Hello, you're listening to Send Him Off. We're back. My name is Sam, and joining me, as always, is my ever-present podcasting partner. Happy New Year, Al.
All right, yeah. First one back after the awards.
Yeah,
Enjoyed them.
was,
If you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it. We have been copyright striked for it.
And we scrubbed
just
up well.
Yeah, we did. Back to normal today, though. But we're not alone. As you can tell by the title, Sam.
Yeah, we're joined by, a very special guest, Gabriella Jukes. Our listeners / viewers might recognise you if they're Swansea fans. Do you want to tell them what your role is at the club?
Yeah, so at the moment, I'm the presenter for Swans TV. We've got a little bit of a break at the moment with the whole COVID situation. So I haven't been able to get down to the stadium and do any of the shows. And of course, all the games have been postponed. So it's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. But yeah, that's my role. Swans TV. And I do a bit of football in general, really, throughout Wales for the FAW. And I absolutely love it. Love my job.
Jealous.
Dream
I want to kick it off by asking you, who's your favourite person? Who's your favourite person you've interviewed so far this season?
Oh gosh. Oh, that's so hard.
Well, we've seen you interview a couple down the knoll. And there were some tidy names down there as well. So
yeah. No, that was crazy, to be honest. Yeah, there was Callum Best was down there, wasn't he? Chunks. I know of Chunks, but everyone was just obsessed with him. Like the crowd was just going nuts. So to have the opportunity to interview him as well, obviously he's got such a huge following. That was a bit insane. But who was the favourite person I interviewed? I loved doing. I think it was the South Wales Derby, the Cardiff Swansea game with Angel Rangel. So that was pretty cool. I have to say, because I was a massive fan of him. Growing up, I'd wait outside the stadium for pictures, and then 10 years later, or whatever it is, I'm there presenting with him. So that was, a bit of a pinch me moment.
Did you show him the pictures when he was? Go on, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
I met him in a Costa.
He's such a nice person, though, isn't he? He was so lovely.
It's so funny listening to him. He's got that Spanish accent, but because he's been here for so long, he's got that Welsh twang in it as well. It's really funny. It amuses me.
He was great.
Shall we kick off what football means to me in the usual way? Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. So first of all, your favourite old player, so retired.
Retired player. Oh, retired. Oh my gosh, there's so many. My favourite player would probably be Ronaldo, but then again, he's still going strong.
He's not retired yet. Yeah.
Not retired yet. So then again, Angel Rangel, loved him growing up.
If you said someone else, I was like, oh well, did say Rangel, but
Yeah, no, definitely. I think him probably. But there are so many because, obviously, growing up watching Swans and everything, but I also like West Ham as well. I'm growing up as a West Ham fan. Yeah, so there's a few there probably. I got to meet Gabidon a couple of weeks ago. We did a massive trek over Brecon. It was horrific conditions, and I was with Joe Ledley, Gabidon, walking up these mountains. It was a bit insane, really, because West Ham fan and watched Gabidon when I was growing up. So that was crazy. So yeah, he'd be one of the favourites as well, I think.
Solid choices. I'm liking these choices.
Play.
Something new. So your favourite current player?
Oh, current player. Who do I like? Well, again, Ronaldo, but then he's just been around for forever, isn't he?
I think he will be around forever as well.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever go, ever retire. Yeah, I go with Ronaldo because he's just no matter where he plays, even though United aren't really doing the best at the moment, he's saved them so many times, isn't he, so far
this
season?
Player,
so
he is a clutch player.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Something borrowed. So your favourite ever loaned player?
Oh, gosh.
I suppose you would have met a lot of them as well.
Yeah.
Working for the the TV blah blah blah. You would have met a lot of loan players. So in this one, I kind of want to ask who's the nicest one you met as well.
Yeah.
The nicest player.
Yeah. Well, the nicest player, and who was your favourite?
Oh gosh. Okay. Loaned. Do you know, at the moment, it would have been Ethan Laird.
Yeah,
Favourite
so
moment player?
subject. This is
yeah.
so subject.
I don't want to talk about it at the minute.
I know, touchy.
Ruined 2022 within 2 days.
I know.
That news did.
But yeah, he would have been my favourite lone player for Swans. Just in general, amazing player, the personality and everything. You know, he was great, wasn't he? And so that's a shame. But I really don't know. What was the other one? So Ethan led.
We've had a number down the years.
Conor Gallagher's up there for me. I'm not gonna lie. I love
Jonathan de Guzman. I love Jonathan de Guzman.
Yeah, de Guzman. Now you're talking. Oh, now you're talking. Rolling it back.
Yeah, there's been so many. Like there has been so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we love a loan, don't we? To be fair.
Yeah.
Freddie Woodman.
Yeah.
Gooey's
Freddie
up there
Woodman
for me as well. Gooey's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just say you like them all?
Yeah.
Just put it there. Yeah, they were all nice. They were all winners.
Something blue. So your lowest moments as a football fan.
Lowest moments. Oh gosh. Right. Okay. My lowest moments. Obviously, Swansea getting relegated would be one. But also, that's tough. I suppose like growing up being a West Ham fan over the past few years, they haven't been doing so well. So I'd always say like, yeah, I watched some stuff, but I was never like excited about it. Never really, bothered. So I suppose like over the past few years as a West Ham fan hasn't been sort of, it's been a bit like a, but then obviously now it's good. So
the Messiah, as Trevor calls him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that like just in general being a fan of the past few years, and even like before last season, I remember listening to the radio in the car because I always listen to Talk Sport, and everyone was complaining about they were selling players and the club weren't doing very well, and everyone just hated Moyes at that point. And then everything just like turned around. So yeah, I'd say that.
I love West Ham this season. I love them.
They're good to watch,
I love them.
They are good to watch.
Shall we kick it off with
the main
proper questions? I go first. I've got Sam first written on the top as always.
Yeah, he's got a favourite question.
What is your earliest football memory?
My earliest. So, like I said, growing up, I was a West Ham fan. Well, I am a West Ham fan, but that was kind of my earliest memory. There's a picture of me when I was about, I wasn't even 1 year old with a West Ham shirt on. So I was kind of just forced into it, I think. But
you didn't have much choice in that matter.
I didn't have any choice. But yeah, growing up, I'd say I'd always remember going out with my father and always like be interested in football constantly. I was always very sporty anyway, and I just loved sport in general. But I always remember just asking, so where are West Ham in the league? And I was like, wasn't even 9 years old or something. And then just from there, I just loved it. And I've never been able to go and watch them, unfortunately, in London. I actually went this year for the first time to watch them against Man United, Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup, and we won. But again, watching football, my first memories of actually going to watch a match with Swans in the Championship, and it's crazy looking back because I look at all the pictures that, like I said, waited outside, have pictures with her. Remember Gorka Pintado?
Gorka Pintado, yeah.
Throwback. Yeah, pictures of him and like Kangal Rangel, back in those days. That was my memories of watching the Swans growing up. So they are my earliest memories. And yeah, in school I'd always like mess around playing football with the boys, and so it's always been a part of my life, really.
Wasn't Gorka Pintado the guy who like speared
Robbie
Savage?
Robbie
He broke his legs, didn't he? Yeah, he's in football.
A hero.
Football, yeah, he's a hero.
You've got to stay pretty partial, but we're not going to fall into anything. Yeah. Next question.
Moving on.
What's your biggest high? We've had your lowest point. What's your biggest high as a football fan?
Biggest high, as a fan, probably Wales in Euros was massive. And again, this season, I got to present the Cardiff Swansea game in the Liberty or Swansea.com stadium. And that was just that was insane. I was pitch side presenting that, and it was just, the atmosphere was incredible. Obviously the score It was insane. So that was
Can I
probably...
ask, how do you conduct yourself when you go 1-0 up, then 2-0 up, then 3-0 up when you're presenting Swans TV?
Well, we do the show like pre-match down by the pitch, and then as soon as that's finished, I have to run up to, there's like a little studio where they do all the producing, directing and stuff. So I'm watching it from there, and then I have to run back down for half time, run back up. So up there, we're all going nuts, literally.
Oh,
like,
right.
It's honestly, I wish someone would record it, because everyone's.
We've had Kev Johns on as well, and he
scenes.
was saying like he went ballistic, like you saying when
Yeah.
you went in 2011, he went nuts. He was
He
like,
got told on. He
Yeah.
got chucked out. Kev did.
yeah, he did die.
So that was amazing, yeah. And yeah, running back down into half time, and it was just that was probably one of my favourite memories of being in football. As a fan and working in it as well, that was pretty crazy, really.
Unbelievable. I to this day say that's the best game I've been to see. It's the best atmosphere.
Just the atmosphere was, I couldn't believe
amazing.
it. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
It was amazing.
Well, do you want to do number 4, Al? Because
You've messed it up, have you?
Yeah,
You've messed it up.
Yeah, we messed up.
There
these
you are.
questions.
Right, well, number 4 then. Number 4, which is number 3 now. What's on your football bucket list?
My bucket list would definitely, I need to go to London to watch West Ham, I think. One of my biggest regrets is never going to Upton Park. I watched a documentary a couple of weeks ago, I think it's on Amazon Prime, about the last ever match there and stuff, and it was so emotional. So I'm gutted I never went there, but hopefully either this season or very soon I'd get to go to London to watch a West Ham game. I think that would definitely be on my list.
Fair.
I think it strikes me about West Ham now is I think for a while, you said over the last few years they've sort of struggled. It didn't really feel like home. Even watching it on TV, it just didn't feel like home. And now it feels a bit more of a fortress. Like the fans,
Definitely.
For me, David Moyes has just changed the feel of that club completely, the atmosphere and ethos, and it's just I love it.
What he's done, I think, is take the focus off David Gold and David Sullivan and put it onto the team more, because a lot of the fans,
everyone was just kicking off with the owners, and they just wanted them gone and everything, wasn't it? And everyone's like forgotten about that.
Literally.
Until something starts to go wrong again.
The thing I find with West Ham as well is I look at this United team, like Man United now, and I think the egos in that team, it must be a nightmare to manage. But I look at the West Ham side, and there's nobody there that I think you're going to cause a problem.
Yeah, it's true. On that note, actually, back to the question you said, favourite loan player, Lingard for West Ham last season.
They were.
Do you reckon he'll come back? Do you reckon he'll come back now?
I would love him to. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like everyone wants him there, and he's not getting anywhere in West Ham, in Man United, is he? So no. I don't see why not. So
I don't blame him.
I think Newcastle might have something to say.
Yeah, but if I was Lingard and I heard that Ronaldo was going to play for my parent club, I'd go back there as well, just to train with him.
Yeah, exactly. I know some of the players are going nuts when they heard that Ronaldo was coming back, wasn't he? And I remember like Rashford, I read that he was like saying it was his dream to play with Ronaldo. So I understand why some of them would want to stay and play, but that's not what it's all about, is it?
That's not what it's all about, right?
Right, time for my favourite question.
Yes,
this is my special question that I get every time. Who or what is your football guilty pleasure? And then, who or what would you put in football room 101?
Okay, right. My guilty pleasure. Who? So, I don't know if it classes as a guilty pleasure, but Mourinho. I just love him.
Yeah. I think have we had
that? Big Jose fans on you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, even when like he's obviously been doing very bad in places, I still just love him. And
you can't not really like him, can you?
No, he's just funny, isn't he? Like the things he comes out with, you never know. And like it's never his fault. Like,
oh no! Oh my goodness, no!
But weirdly, and it's never his fault in a different way to Jurgen Klopp, because Klopp just does my head in, like moaning, and Jose, it's just funny. It's just funny when it's never his fault. But Klopp,
you could construct a good argument as to why it's not his fault. You could watch him do the crime, and it still wouldn't be his fault, and you kind of want to believe him as well.
Yeah, and I kind of
go on.
Yeah, go on. I was saying I kind of felt sorry for him when they sacked him before the final last season. It was, wasn't it? So yeah,
that was a bit of a dodgy one. Like I don't think they should have sacked him.
Like I don't understand that, but yeah.
The thing I love about Jose, he's so quotable. Like of like the iconic football quotes I think of, there's like he's got "If I speak, I'm in big trouble." He's got like a special
At
one.
least like 6
He's
out of 10 of
like
them are
specialist in failure.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
got so many. I'm sure he's got a book of them. Like he could write a book of them, to be fair.
Honestly, yeah.
Could well write
Have you
one.
seen that documentary? That I think it's called The Playbook on Netflix.
Yes,
And
I've seen that. I
episode
saw
on
that
there.
one. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, it's like about his life, and he's just he's
When,
brilliant.
like he was talking about that Champions League game with Chelsea, and he had to like sneak in under the dirty washing or something like that.
Yeah, I think
was it,
so.
But yeah, can't remember. But yeah, no, that was good. Really good.
Football. So that's your guilty pleasure. Football room 101. If you could banish something forever, never see it again, what would you choose?
What would I choose? That's such a hard question, actually.
I'm glad he's asking it.
I don't know, a tough one, but I'd say like VAR sometimes. Like, I think it sometimes does more bad than good having it, because it's never consistent.
Yeah.
And I like, it depends what situation it is, of course, but yeah, I think that it does my head in as well, waiting for ages for like decisions. I just rather like get on with it.
It's a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, it is getting better, but it's.
But when it was like the march, like when is like, the boot list was offside sort of thing, and they give it was
It
like,
so
what's the point?
much. Yeah, no, it's like the other day. I can't remember what game it was. I saw a post on Facebook. There was a comparison of the same day, two different situations, and one was offside, one was onside. But for me, they were exactly the same. I didn't get it. So I think.
I feel like it's offside is my biggest problem with it now.
Yeah, I think that is
the handball. They fixed the handball, and sort of penalty decisions. Genuinely, Swans would be top of the league if there was a VAR.
Yeah, if there was VAR, we would have had.
Oh my gosh, I know.
We'd be top of the league. We would have won that Blackpool game.
That's the thing. It would have been like in some situations you'd wish for VAR, but then sometimes like it fries my brain.
It seems to be an English football problem though, and Welsh obviously.
Yeah, because other countries don't have much of an issue with it, do they?
In the Euros, in the World Cup.
Euros, yeah.
Champions League, there doesn't seem to be that much controversy. So,
that says a lot.
People like Mike Dean in it. People like Mike Dean.
We've sorted out.
Alex, next one. This is
a loaded question. Where are we? Oh, sorry. What does the game mean to you? So, like, generally, what does the game mean to you?
Of course, like, working in football, it's my life, really. It's everything. And especially over the past, 2 years, it means more now than it ever has. I've always been a fan. I've always just watched it. I enjoy it. But now it's actually everything I do revolves around football. I work now in the WSL as well. So every weekend I'd be going to watch that and reporting on that. So every angle of my life revolves around football. And my boyfriend Brad is a huge Man United fan.
He's a big United fan, isn't he, Brad? Yeah.
United fan. And he's like a walking football encyclopedia. So every day that's all we talk about is football, or it's always on TV. So it's just my life, really. Yeah.
I'm finding I didn't really realize how much it meant to me until it's taken away. In the first lockdown, I missed it, but I just missed watching it on TV. Like when I was in uni, I didn't go down the Swans a lot. Like for the 3-4 years, I just didn't go because I couldn't really. Since then, particularly since September, this season I've been more than I've ever been. And now, this last month, I've been like, what the hell do I do with my Saturdays? But for you, that must be even more amplified because obviously it's a job.
It's been quite stressful.
Yeah.
It's like the same as you, really. The past 2 years now with all the restrictions and lockdowns and everything, I didn't realize how much I would miss it, even though I only just casually watched it every day, I suppose, in the past. But then during lockdowns, I was watching all the leagues, whatever was on. Because I think it was Germany was still on, and I was watching anything
the Welsh League and everything. I was watching Carmarthen and play all sorts.
Welsh League. I'm pretty sure I watched flipping Belarus third division at one point. I wasn't just looking for anything.
No nonsense that was on.
Yeah. I've been going to the Welsh League games now, and so it's definitely now I've realised the importance of it, especially now again the restrictions are coming, I'm like panicking again, thinking like, what am I going to do? Because it is literally my life revolves around football. So yeah, it's a.
Though, when the games are like on the TV, but like no fans are allowed in. Do you still like, because when we're watching it like on the TV, obviously like we see like the season ticket bits. For those of you who will have a season ticket listening, like you'll just see like they'll do a bit and then they'll go straight to like the sort of lineup and then kind of like into the game almost. What do you do on there? Do you like go down or anything, or because like they got the YouTube channel, so do you like keep busy that way?
For what now? For the Swans games?
For the Swans games, yeah, when there's no like crowd, but they still like broadcast
so,
the TV.
At the moment, I haven't been because of COVID. Because everything's when it's a home game, I'm pitch side usually. So, and it's classed as like a red zone. So, especially like there's been a lot of COVID cases within Swans within the team as well. So it's just not been possible. And when there was away games, I was able to do it from like a hospitality suite upstairs in the stadium. But then it's just been all over the place now because when the Ospreys started back, they had home games with clash with Swans away games, so I couldn't do it from there. The studio is so tiny, it's literally so small, so we would never been able to do the, especially with COVID regulations and stuff. Yeah. So at the moment, I won't be doing it until hopefully restrictions and everything goes away, which is a shame because I love it. But it's a bit stressful.
Hopefully it won't be too long. So you talked about the last 2 years, and we'll go the last 2 years. I normally ask the last 12 months, but actually saw that it's a new year, right? What was your favourite football moment of 2021?
Okay, my favourite football moment, of course, I mentioned it already, the derby was immense, but I've been going to watch the World Cup qualifiers and the Wales-Belgium game, the last one. That was, I know we didn't win it, but it was
felt like
the atmosphere again. Like, yeah, it was just it was crazy then to be there for that. Was immense. And like afterwards I got to interview the fans and everything, and just the whole atmosphere, and everyone was just like buzzing for it and buzzing for the playoffs now. So that was one of my favorite memories, I think. Yeah, even though it wasn't a win, it was still, I felt like one. It felt like the World Cup is like in our grasp. So
don't say that yet. Don't say it yet.
Oh, I know, but I'm so excited for the playoffs in March. So.
I can't wait. But the last time we had one is when we lost to, was it a playoff or
I think it was
when we lost to Republic of Ireland?
Oh, Republic of Ireland.
I was in a pub in Cardiff full of Irish people. It was horrific. It was genuinely awful.
Oh gosh.
It was horrific. But fingers crossed now. Come on.
Fingers crossed. Don't speak too soon, but fingers crossed.
You'll be interviewing Wales fans who were celebrating.
Hopefully.
Booking tickets to Qatar now.
Gosh.
Send him off trip, Gal.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
No, I always say though, now it's a dry country in there. Like you can't drink alcohol. And that'll be the one World Cup we flipping qualify for. Like I guarantee it. There we are. Al, next one.
Next question. Who will win the Premier League? Who will win it? West Ham are in with a shout. Are in with a shout.
I think they could finish in top 4, West Ham, but I like at the moment it just looks like Man City are gonna run away with it. Unfortunately, so unfortunately, pains me to say that, but
you're not a big City fan, you?
No, never have been. Like City, Liverpool
influencing you a little bit. Has he been in your year?
I think it's always been the case, to be honest. But yeah, of course he despises them because so I suppose so. But no, I never really liked them. So
sort of for me the last few years with Pep. I'm sort of accepted them as a big team now.
Yeah, I accept that. Obviously they're good. Pep is good. And they have great players, but just something about them.
Just doesn't stop you liking them, does it?
I hope they don't win the Champions League though.
I
don't want them to win the Champions League. But there we are. I think we've come to the last one, believe it or not. What is your favourite football memory?
Of all time.
Of all time.
Not earliest, the last year, but of all time.
Of all time. Oh. Of all time, that's a difficult one, isn't it?
It is. If you could go back to like one moment and
one moment. probably, do you know, I'd have to say like the Euros 2016, because I think that there's nothing like as much as you love your club and stuff, like your country. I'm like so passionate about Wales and being Welsh, and that was just amazing for me. Like the Belgium game, that was insane. So I think probably that's my favourite. I think you will always compare everything to that
Wales
moment as well.
2016.
So,
Yeah.
There was
so
something
I
in
think,
the air that summer. There was just something in the air.
definitely. Yeah,
It was
so I
good.
think
It
I'd
was
say
good.
that. Yeah.
No, fair play.
Christmas next
You
year
can't argue
now.
with
Cat. Here
Yeah.
we go. Never know. We never know. Well, thank you for joining us, Gabriella. It's been absolute pleasure.
No, thank you for having me. It's been an honour to be asked to come on. Yeah, thank you.
I think honour's a bit of a stretch
Yeah.
for us, at least.
An honour, Al.
No one's ever honoured to come on here.
We're gonna clip that. I'm just gonna clip that, and it's gonna be my ringtone.
It was an honour to come on, send him off. Well.
Would you like to take like a couple of moments just to, you can plug any social media, any shows, any podcasts, whatever.
Okay. Well, my social media is just my name, like Instagram, Twitter, and everything, just at Gabriella Jukes. And I host a podcast as well called She Has a Goal in Mind, which is all about women in sport. So, you know, you don't even have to be a sports fan to even listen to it. It's all, of course, we have inspirational women all in this industry, whether they work in sport, whether they're athletes, and, you know, we just hear about their lives, their backgrounds, and how they kind of got to where they are today in their careers and stuff. So, yeah, we run that podcast. We haven't done any for a few weeks, really, with everything. Like, everything's been so busy. But, yeah, that's the podcast. It'd be great if everyone could tune into that and let us know what you think.
Yeah, go check it out. Love it. Thank you again for joining us. It's been absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
No,
I always love
you.
what football means to me. I love it.
Yeah.
Let me walk down memory lane. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. It's been a pleasure. Al, I'll see you next week.
See you next week
For
the big game.
The big
The
game.
launch of the big game.
A new little series where we preview a big game from the Premier League that weekend. Next week, I believe, is Chelsea and Man City. So we'll be welcoming some guests from those clubs, and we'll just be chatting our usual nonsense.
A bit of a rant, I think. We're in for a bit of a rant.
Why not? Why not?
That's for next week.
We love it. Thank you guys for listening. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the FA Cup. Let's hope for some giant killings.
If you can.
Well, yeah. We'll see. But thank you guys for listening. Always end on a positive note, Al.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Ta-ra.
Take care.